market is getting a bit of a cool off today after a big bump in the last 2 days. So we'll have to see which direction it's going to go, if we're going to see some sort of pullback, because we are looking a bit dangerous in terms of the altcoin movement. But in terms of Bitcoin, it seems to be okay for now. I mean, it did revisit 100K, so it has to be bullish. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that I'm doing a new MEXC giveaway because I am an affiliate of MEXC. 5 winners are possible if you're a new user, if you've never traded on MEXC before, if you don't have an account on MEXC, you can use my referral link, which can be found in the pinned comment of this video, or if you follow me on X, you can simply go to the pinned post and just click on the link here, and it'll take you straight to the registration page and just register. You can also find a link with a tutorial of how to use MEXC. If you're interested, you should see it on the top right hand corner of the screen if you're watching this on YouTube. And in order to qualify, all you have to do is sign up with the referral link, make a deposit of at least $100 and place one trade. It can be any amount. It could be $10 trade, maybe even a $5 trade in USDT, and you can choose to do it in either spot or futures. In futures, remember that you can use leverage, so just be careful with that. You can also go with 1x leverage, which means very, very low risk because you're ultimately using the amount that you hold and you're not borrowing, but just be aware of that. And 5 people are going to be chosen at random from the new users. So if there will only be 5 users, then all 5 of you are going to be chosen. Just know that. And you're going to win $50 in USDT futures bonus, which means you can use that $50 towards a deposit on futures, and you can just place a simple trade. You can exit and then you keep the amount. That's all you have to do. There's no specific catch or anything like that you have to worry about. With regards to the other giveaway, there are 20 possible winners for existing users. So if you've already used my referral link, then you can qualify very easily. All you have to do is trade $100,000 worth of volume between the period of the giveaway, which is from the 15th of January, yesterday, until the 29th of January. So you have pretty much 2 weeks to do so, right? Plenty of time. $100,000 worth of volume to qualify for the minimum one, which is $10 of future bonus, and the $500 futures bonus for a $5 million trading volume. And when we're talking $5 million of trading volume, remember that it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you need $5 million to generate that. No, I mean, you could have, for example, $50,000 and you're trading with 10x leverage, just to give an example, and you're already generating 500,000 of volume just from that one trade, okay? And then if you're doing the reverse, for example, you've initially placed a long and then you're placing a short, then you'll be generating $1 million. So you do 10 of those, for example, with $50,000, and you're already generating $5 million in trading volume. Okay, that's just an example of how you can generate $5 million worth of volume if you are trading. But I'm sure you already know that if you're an active trader. Let's look at the market here and see what's going on. Injective, as you can see, has pumped quite a bit here yesterday. And to be fair, it actually started on the 13th of January after that big crash that we've seen to $18.80. That seems to be a good support area for Injective, because you see we've tested this before on the 20th of December. Then we went close to it on the 31st of December, 1st of January, in fact, yeah, 1st of January here. And then again, we did this on the 13th. So it seems like every 2 weeks or so, we are retesting this area. And what I don't like about this specific structure, even though some people may say, it's bullish, we're going to go back up, Bitcoin was 100K. What I don't like about the structure is that it does represent the head and shoulder here. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder forming. And if you look here, every time we had this kind of structure in place, as soon as we saw a bit of a pullback, the pullback was quite big, right? I mean, it took it all the way down close to this support area. So I'm not too happy about this specific structure because it does look very similar here. It does seem like we may be seeing another pullback here, but of course the structure can always break. So it doesn't necessarily mean we have to revisit this area again before we'll see what kind of decision we'll get with Injective. It could just be like going down like this and then it'll break the structure. It might only revisit $21, maybe it'll go to like $20.50 before it breaks the structure and it switches to something else. But doesn't look very bullish, unfortunately, even though it looks good right now. Like if you're looking at the price right now, it looks good, not great, because I know it was $26 before back in early January and we had this huge pullback. But because of this structure, that's what I mean, it doesn't look good, because it does look like it's finishing off that right shoulder. And when it's finished, then typically it would go down, right? Typically, that's normally what happens, right? Because as you can see, we did this with the left shoulder. We had the head, we went down, and now we're on the right shoulder, and it could go down just to form the right shoulder. But like I said, if it breaks the structure, if anything happens here, then it doesn't necessarily have to go down. But there's just a higher probability that it may go down, right? So just keep that in mind as well. I do hold a bag of Injective. I've sold a little bit though on this pop here, because I thought this would be a good opportunity in case I'm right, in case this is the right shoulder and we may go down, then I can always buy back on the pullback, depending on that pullback and how low it's going to be. As soon as I see some upside momentum, I'm getting in straight away to ride the next one and see wherever it may take it. If it goes down, then so be it, but I will be preparing just in case. I always try to sell these little pumps because one thing I've learned when it comes to these little pumps is if you don't take profit, you end up regretting it, because you have to give it all back. And this always comes back to bite you sometime. Looking at the news with Injective, right? They just posted yesterday that Injective's AUSD is live. That's their stable token on Helix app. Okay, so you can trade on the AUSD USDT pair, and also the USDC and the Injective pair, but also BTC for perpetuals, right? Because on Helix, apparently you can do leverage trading directly from your wallet. But what's more bullish is this specific news here from 50 minutes ago. Human-like AI agent capabilities are coming to Injective. LoRa Network, which is a platform for building self-improving decentralized intelligence, is integrating with Injective's iAgent SDK, enabling the creation of more advanced on-chain AI agents. This collaboration will enhance iAgent's capabilities, allowing AI agents to make more precise and adaptive decisions, continuously improve based on market conditions, and recognize subtle patterns. This integration brings significant benefits to the Injective ecosystem, including improved user experience, enhanced developer tools for creating sophisticated AI agents, and increased reliability in handling complex tasks, and a competitive edge in AI-enabled finance. This is great because Injective are definitely riding this AI agent wave. I think that with this SDK that they've launched, they're really going to try to push that narrative now, because they've seen everything else is going towards that narrative, right? We've seen other projects follow that path, and so Injective are not going to be left behind in terms of that. You know how it is. If you don't follow the trend, you end up losing out and you end up becoming obsolete. And Injective doesn't want to do that, of course. So that's why we're seeing this kind of trend now. So we'll see how things go. But it all depends on the demand, right? How many dApps will we see? How many AI agents will we see? How many dev teams will be building on Injective and use the AI agent SDK? It's kind of hard to tell, right? I mean, only time will tell how things are going to go and which direction they're going to go. Because at the end of the day, they can choose whichever platform they want to build on. There are just so many blockchains out there now, and they're all offering this AI agent SDK functionality. So, it's kind of hard to choose, but at the end of the day, I think it's down to the investors as well, who they manage to attract. And it's down to these conferences that brands are attending, to try to promote their product as much as possible. And it's also depending on what you want to build, right? If it's an AI agent that's specific for finance, then Injective could be a good option to build on. If it's specific to gaming, then maybe a different platform. You just got to know what you want to build first before you know what platform you're going to be building on, right? What you want to choose to be building on. So it's kind of hard to, to attract a lot of projects. It may be like these small ones popping up here and there, but in the end, it's great to see that brands like Injective, which have been around for quite a few years now, following the trend and trying to stay with the trend, not just like stick to DeFi and forget about it, right? So it's really nice to see that. They do care about their investors for sure. So yeah, just wanted to drop this quick video and let you know that this is the situation. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.